What's good, my little committee? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video with the equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing lit tie. You already know what time it is. Now let's go. Now, Mr. Pyrex living himself, Mr. Spill Some Juice KA, Mr. I was the only guy my age in West London with a sniper. I'm talking about none other than your boy Digga D has officially released his highly, at least for me, highly anticipated Daily Duppy. Now, I didn't think this was going to be coming personally because I heard that he'd had like some issues with the people over there that run Daily Duppy before, but he seems to have squashed that whole beef and he's dropped it. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to keep it. You know what we do. I keep it 2 Virgils. I keep it 8 more than 92 over here. This is fire, man. This shit is fire. Digga D bodied. He bodied. You know how I know he bodied? They let him go on 2 tracks. They let him run 2 instrumentals because they knew that. They knew that he was going to body the first one. They were like, yeah, give him the other one as well. This guy's spitting bars. I'm hearing him talk about GTA. He's talking about EastEnders. This guy's saying he got a Dotty and they put the picture of Dot. I actually haven't thought about Dot in years. That's probably the first time I've seen Dot in years. So for me, I'm like, rah, man put Dot there, yeah. You know what I mean? I guess this is going to be a little like review bar breakdown type of thing. I don't know if I'm going to break down all the bars. I'll probably just break down the ones that I thought were the most interesting to me, but even though it was all fire and all flames, but yeah, I feel like if I'm just here, you know, saying how every bar was cold in it, so if I just go through every bar, it's gonna be long. And this is fire, and you already know what you gotta do. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button so you can be up to date every time I drop a banger like this one. And hit that notification bell as well, because a lot of you are watching, but you ain't subscribing. I don't know what's going on, but without further ado, let's get straight into it. One of the bars that I liked was Digga D says, just like my pagans, it's haram for us to eat pork, but ain't haram for them to get bacon, don't get cooked or shaven. Now, if you don't know what he's talking about there, he's obviously, yeah, I think this will be a bar breakdown. Yeah, I can break down some of these bars. He's basically saying, you know, Islam is obviously haram for you to eat pork, but obviously it's not haram for him to like bake them off, dead them off. You know what he's trying to say. And obviously he's doing a double entendre play on bacon, as in get baked bacon and bacon, the actual food that people love to enjoy. That was a bit of an easy one. If you didn't get that, I'd seriously, you should be wearing a hat because you can't be letting stuff go over the top of your head like that. Come on, that is a bar. That's a bar. Get me on the Daily Duppy. That's a bar. But let's continue. He then this was my favorite. We do this. You got to pay close attention to this because if you're not a gamer, you might not understand this one. This guy says, "Been in the field like Nico Bellic, real yard man like Jacob. Don't get chopped like Franklin's dog, or your shit might just get taken. Not green, but Grove my ops are broke. They ain't ballers. It's blatant." We got CJ from Grove Street as well, but we ain't in San Andreas. Now, for the females watching, you might not understand what he's saying, but I'm going to break it down for you because the bars is too... Ooh. Digga D's got the wordplay, you know. I've watched him come up and his wordplay has gotten it's at an elite level now. He's gone clear, I'm not going to lie. He's gone a bit clear. But let's break it down. So, when he's talking about Nico Bellic, that is obviously a character from GTA 4. And you know what I like here? I like how all the bars in here, they all have a theme. Like every group of bars always seems to be about a particular theme. I noticed that in some Daily Duppies. All his bars were grouped. Like he had a GTA group and he had an EastEnders group and then he had a mouthwash group. Like the weirdest groups, but groups nonetheless. But yeah, so Nico Bellic, he's talking about a character in GTA 4, and he said real yard man like Jacob, because that's obviously another character in GTA 4 called Little Jacob, and he was like this like Jamaican drug dealer, arms dealer, and obviously Nico Bellic was, if he's the main character in GTA, you already know he's on piff, so That should be self-explanatory. And then he said, don't get chopped like Franklin's dog. That's obviously another GTA reference to Franklin in GTA 5 and Chop, who is Franklin's dog in GTA 5. Obviously another double entendre there. He's referring to Chop as in, I'm guessing, stabbed, but using the name of Chop. So quite a clever bar. And then, not green, but Grove, my ops are broke. They ain't ballers, it's blatant. Clearly a reference to GTA San Andreas, where the green is... Grove Street is like the place where the main character from San Andreas, who he mentions later, CJ, he's from Grove Street, and their like gang color is green. So he's saying like he's not green, but he Grove his ops. I'm guessing that's a play on words for grave, as in he deaded his ops. I'm sure you, again, quite self-explanatory. He said they ain't ballers, which is a play on word for the GTA gang in that game that was the rival to the Grove Street gang, which is the Ballers. Yeah, so quite clever bars here. I'm not going to lie, quite clever. He said it's blatant. And then, he said we've got CJ from Grove Street, but we ain't in San Andreas. He basically summed that up as, he's talking about San Andreas. But so, that was probably my favorite one because I'm a gamer. So I like them kind of gaming kind of bars. And then he comes with the EastEnders bars. He said, I got a dotty off one of my EastEnders, but that son of a gun's not nicked. The queen that I want ain't Vic, but I'ma still make that on the square like Mick. Now, he's obviously talking about Dotty as in Dot from EastEnders, and a son in the show who was called Nick, and I can't remember what happened to him. I think he died or something like that, or he was trying to kill or so. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. The people who watch EastEnders, I'm sure you know what happened to Nick. I ain't watched that show since Bobby killed Lucy, and that was way past everyone's time. And then he said the queen I want ain't Vic, obviously a reference to the Queen Vic from EastEnders, and I'ma still make that square like Mick is again a reference to EastEnders. The kind of area where they are in EastEnders is called the Square, and Mick was like, he used to own the pub in the Queen Vic, so he's referencing that as well. Fun fact, I actually met that guy in my old workplace, and I told him to get out my pub. And he took it quite funny. And then he gets into the TV section. So I'm telling you, he's grouped the bars. He's very calculated. Then he said, my little shooter's in his prime time. If I send him now, TV at 6. Like, how's he got so much talk on the net like he ain't been touched with the flicks? Clearly, prime time, self-explanatory. He's talking about the shooter being in his prime of, his gang warfare, and then primetime TV. And then he said, if I send him Now TV at 6, play on words for Now TV, that streaming service. And then he said he's got so much talk on the net, like he ain't touched with the flicks. Clearly a reference to Netflix. So quite a clever, quite a lot of double entendres in there. Very clever, very, calculated. I like it. I'm rating it. Again, if you didn't understand those bars, get a hat, because you can't be letting stuff go over your head like that. Then he said, old school days, I never had a rollie, but I bought that Aqua Fresh. Told her to give me oral beat. Now she's all on me and she's making a mess. Again, quite understandable, but still sounds hard. People obviously tend to reference their jewels as like water. They got ice on their neck. They got water on their neck. They flooded their neck. So... Or they flooded their wrist and stuff like that. So obviously that's where the aqua comes in, aqua, water, and he's basically saying, he's using that as a toothpaste reference as well. And that's why he says the Oral-B thing after, which is also another toothpaste brand. But he's also saying for the girl to give him fellatio. And then he finishes it off by saying, she said that's big for a slender. Easy, I'm slender, don't undress. Ejaculate in her mouth, pull out, ejaculate in her breast. Now, the real OGs know that was from his Next Up, giving you old school Next Up vibes. And I think they even used the recording from the Next Up vibe. So, yeah, I was personally... I was a big fan of when I heard that got me gassed. And also, that's when I had to wrap it up like Ollie Murs and be like, yep, yeah, this guy, he's gone clear. He's gone clear. Overall, yeah, I'm saying he bodied this. As I said before, Diggity bodied this. Diggity has gone clear. Diggity's had quite an amazing year so far. I've been quite a big fan of the songs that he's released so far, like Woi and Chingy, and I liked some of the songs on the project that he released last year, Double Tap Diaries, I believe, before he went to prison. So he seems to have come out of prison and he's really heading in the right direction, regardless of how many times he seems to get recalled and how many times the feds try and push him down. I don't know if you guys have watched that documentary that went out on him the other day, but I heard that a lot of people in the papers were trying to say, oh, why is the BBC wasting their time with that? Like, come on, man. See how they don't want to let young black brothers rock, but you just gotta shine regardless. And that's what he's gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's what we're gonna do. But let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Do you think that Digga D bodied this? Or do you think that this was trash? You gotta let me know in the comment section down below. And let me know what you thought the best bar in this was. What was the bar that made you go and bite your tongue, no homo? Actually, is that gay? Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, probably is. Just to be on the safe side. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We are on the road to 300 subs and you already know what time it is. My Instagram's going to be right there. Twitter's going to be right there. And yeah, stay black. And if you're not black, stay whatever race you are. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing?